This hangout is on the air. It says we're on the air. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Diggin For Gold. It's November 8th, and what a spectacular day it is. I hope you've all had a fun day. I hope everybody got out and voted. And I don't think I'm going to talk about politics tonight.
I will, Laura, just a little bit.
Good evening. You're going to talk about politics? Oh, my God.
Kind of, sort of, but not in the way you think. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Marta. Hi, Bill. Hi, Chris. Good evening, everybody. Okay, well, then let me turn you loose because you've got a couple of things to cover, and then we're gonna keep right on going. We're primarily working on Twitter, so I got a few things to share with you tonight. And we are going to, as we have in the last several Tuesdays, we're going to cut this off a little bit short. I am doing the 6 o'clock webinar. So for Isanti. Laura, where did you go?
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Laura's here. All right, you're on.
I'm already screen sharing. So I was doing that while you were talking. Can you see me all right? The screen.
I see your screen bouncing in and out. I suppose if I white box it, it'll quit bouncing. So there.
Okay.
So there and take that.
All right.
Go on.
Okay. I have to do one more thing. Okay.
Isn't that just a simple woman? She's got to do one more thing.
Hush, hush. Okay.
Am I going to get slapped? Sorry, I had to do that. You walked into that. I had to do it.
Okay.
Cynthia. Good evening, Cynthia.
So.
Cynthia. All right. I'll be quiet now.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Rick. Hi, Marta. Hey, Chris. Hey, Cynthia. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. Okay. And good evening, Len. Thanks for having me on with you. I just wanted to show you a little bit about how you can take a current event, see how it's trending, and use it to attract people to you or your one of your pages. And you can do this, of course you can do it in Twitter, but this it kind of has to do with hashtags. And let me just give you an example. So today you may or may not have seen people posting things about, please vote, I voted, vote now, whatever. But what I wanted to show you here is underneath, so if you go to your Twitter page on a desktop or a laptop, if you go to the Home tab, underneath your profile picture that will have, your profile name, your tweets, how many people you're following and how many people are following you, you have what they call trends. And I'm just experimenting with this, but I'll tell you what I know, and then we can experiment on changing it, because I just saw that. I don't know if it's a new feature or not. But basically, so let's just say that we're in Facebook, and Facebook we say, you post a picture of yourself with an I voted sticker, and you say you voted, and you take a picture. Well, Facebook, you can also do it in Twitter. This is what you would use. This trend here gives you the trends on the top hashtags. So you could say hashtag my vote 2006. You could say hashtag election night. That's how you can take what's trending and use the hashtag to possibly attract people to whatever media platform you're on. And I believe when you're in Facebook, and I know we're not doing Facebook, but I just want to show you real quick. Facebook, it's usually on the right-hand side at the bottom under here, like under your events, birthdays, and then it'll say trending right there. And there it also says hashtag election 2016. That's what's trending on Facebook. But when you come over here to Twitter, the Twitter trend is hashtag MyVote2016. So how you would make that work is you would say, I just voted. And then at the end of it, you would put hashtag MyVote2016. And then if anybody is going through those and want to know, you know, is posted or who has done posts, then you can click on here and it will take you right to the people who have used those hashtags. So you can see this gentleman, okay, this is an iZod ad. They used it in their hashtag in this way. Markel Bailey, he used his this way. So I think this one has actually the picture too, the icon. So that's kind of how, here's another one, hashtag my vote. So anytime you go to that hashtag, which is, you know, how many people know what a hashtag is? I guess I need to know that. If you're really familiar with hashtags and you use them, please put a 1 in the chat. If you use them, but you really don't know why you're using them, put a 2. And if you've never used them at all and just have no idea what they are, put a 3. You guys could do that. That way I will know kind of where you're at. Okay. Chris, Len, Marta, I think I might know you. What about you, Bill? Oh, wait, 2. Okay. Cynthia? Okay. What about Bill? Who else is Rick? 1. Oh, awesome, Rick. You can help me. Bill Moore 1. Yay, Bill, you can help me too. Maybe they'll come over. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to do, you know, maybe we can really dig into hashtags at a later time when I maybe if hey Junie, so maybe if Bill and Rick, either one of you would like to come over one night and maybe go in depth, you know, we would really appreciate that, because I'm pretty confident I think I know what I'm talking about, but I've really reached the point where I might be missing a couple of things. I know why to use them and I know where to use them, and I've searched with them when looking for very specific things, and I really believe that that's really all they are. But anyway, for now, that's what I'll say about hashtags. So that's how you can also, when you're searching and doing in the Twitter, you can also say something like healthy living, we'll do healthy living essential oils. So if there's a hashtag out there, if you search it with that hashtag, you will actually find people that you want to follow that they have hashtagged those things themselves. So if we're looking for if we're looking for a Twitter person, then that would be a good way to do it. If they've hashtagged it, maybe they're already in the business. If it's just healthy living or it's essential oils or both, busy moms, she did busy moms, I would just follow her. And I would go down and I would look at the people. Here's a doTERRA. So anyway, that's one of the ways that I would pick, like, what I'm looking for. You could also do something like, what's another industry that people are in?
MLM, network marketing.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So you can search for hashtag MLM.
Yeah.
And there you go. You can find people who are already in MLMs. And I believe, yeah, the reason that these people are not showing a follow button is because I'm already following them. So if I go down a little bit, this gentleman, Tom. I'm not following him yet, so I could do that. And it's as easy as that. You know, what I realized was in the status brew, I'm using the free version, and it won't allow me to search for specific things unless I use the paid version. So this is my way of getting around that until I get the paid version. Yep. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about, is it okay to talk about messages now
Sure.
while I'm screen sharing? Okay. Does anybody have any questions before I move on? Oh, what did you say, Rick? Righttag.com? Oh, is that where you can look them up and it will tell you what the good ones are? twubs.com register. Oh, that's where you register probably a hashtag.
Are they still in existence, Rick? I haven't seen anything from them recently, but that's just because I haven't really looked either. Because I registered Coffee with Len with Twubs. Anyhow.
I want to see if... Oh, I missed. Oh, it did change it for me. Okay, good.
Yep, I guess Twubs is still there, huh?
Okay, I saved it as a bookmark. I love to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, thank you, Rick, for that, because then I can go in there and I'll research it. That's awesome. Okay, so where was I? Twitter messages. Okay, so if I go, hey, honey, I'm not sure. Okay, if I go into messages, here's a lady. This is where I look for my direct messages. It seems like if you follow somebody, it seems like there's a lot of the direct messages that come from the automated systems that say set up, like either Crowdfire or is it Status Brew that they're set up in there?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Status Brew. So so I often start my conversations off with some of these people was that an automated message? And I just ask them, because sometimes I know it is, and sometimes I see different things, and that's how I start my rapport with them, is I ask them, like, how did you do that? Well, today I want to show you this lady. We started out, and her automated message was just, hi, thanks for the follow. Check out my blog for tips and MLM training videos. Have a great day. Well, you don't see it here, but when I looked at that on my cell phone, a box came up, and in the box, it was like a rectangular box with dots around it, and it had her link, her website, and it was actually above the message, and it was very noticeable that it was separate. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but anyway, so I asked her, I said, that was a nice box linked. I think it was awesome. Like, how did you do that? Well, she didn't really know what I meant at the time, but she just told me, oh, it was an automated message through Crowdfire. So I was like, what? And so we went on to find out that, you know, I told her I use Crowdfire. You know, it lets you set up auto responses, and I've never seen that feature before. So I asked her if she was using the free version or paying the monthly fee. And it turns out she had no idea. I told her about Social Jukebox. She had no idea what Social Jukebox was. And then we kind of got into the question. She said, let me send you I want you to go to my blog and tell me about it. You seem to know what you're talking about. Let me have feedback. Okay. So when I sent her my website, a big box came up and it said lauraslewinski.com, but then it had a link on it and it was my YouTube link, which I thought that was kind of cool. But I had no idea how that happened. I think because, so then I asked her, you know, do you have YouTube account? And she says yes. And then I said, okay, well, why don't you, maybe it was because it was an automated response. That's why you didn't see it. And so we were just going back and forth, and we still don't know how that happened, because when she sent me her manual website, I did not see her YouTube link, even though she has an account. So anyway, we just got talking, and it was really cool to have a rapport with her, and we just were, you know, that's just something that we connected with. So that was kind of neat. That was just one of my messages when I followed her. So that's what I do when I look at my direct messages. I kind of look to see how I can connect with them. And the same thing as Facebook, you know, like what do we have in common, and kind of go for there. And some of the same people I don't see as much on here that I do on my cell phone, because sometimes on my cell phone it tells me that they're also on a different account. Like on my cell phone, it said that this gentleman, he's a contact. We've been in contact for a while. He is also on Instagram. And when I was on my cell phone, it actually told me that. So that was kind of a neat tip. And so what else are we talking about? Any questions on that? Is anybody else using the messages in a different way?
I'm not using them in a different way. I'm using messages, and I'm also using email to respond back to people. I'm going to go over a little bit of that in a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, that's it. The name of the game is connect with people.
Yep.
So that's awesome. That's what it's all about. And all we're doing is fishing here. We're fishing for people who we can connect to. So that lady, for example, that you connected to, that's a great connection. Who knows where that's going to go?
Yeah.
Maybe nowhere.
Yeah, but you just never know.
You don't. That's it. You don't know. That's all we're doing, connecting people.
Okay. Well, other than I was going to kind of talk about notifications, but you know, if everybody's looking at notifications in Facebook, it's pretty much similar. You know, you just get the notifications and you go down through them. And
no, but go ahead. Did you click on notifications? Is that your notifications there?
yeah, these are my notifications. I'd already been through them.
Okay.
So you can still right click.
Oh, I like that. Organic talk. I liked your tweet.
Yeah, she liked my tweet. And so I can go in now and like her stuff.
Right.
And
well,
you can also go in.
I've heard this before, that you're what you eat. Does that make me a cheeseburger and a beer?
I hope not.
I don't know.
Oh! Who's that?
Probably not.
Alicia.
Alicia came in to say goodnight.
And I don't think hamburgers and whatever else it was, I think they might be able to make organic ones, but I'm not sure if anyone would come up with that yet.
They do have organic ground sirloin and stuff.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so the one thing I wanted to show you here is, so I'm looking for people who like organic. And when I went and looked at her profile, I noticed that she had lists. And I don't know how everybody is familiar with these, but when I click on lists, I can look at her health list her green living list, her green tweeps list, and her green generation list. And then I can go in there, I can click on her lists, and then I can start following, if I wanted to, following, I could like some of these. Organic food. Whoa. And then if I click on them, I can actually follow them. And like them too. Does anybody have any questions about the lists? I think that's a really awesome feature.
Yeah, that's something we haven't really started to dig too much into, but we need to go there over the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Is generate.
Okay, well, I won't spend too much time on it, but I like that you can do that because you can follow quite a few people and find new people in that way.
Yeah, as you're building your Twitter audience, one thing you can do is begin to generate lists. So you can have lists of people that like organic food, for example, lists of people that are MLMers, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's all I had. I did have a couple of questions about the visual schedule conflicts and the auto schedule in Social Jukebox if we happen to go there tonight.
Well, let's go there.
Okay. Did you want to screen share?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll stop then.
Hi, Alicia. We got our
Say hi.
star black on. Starry night.
No, it's just a star robe.
Mm. Okay.
Can we hide everybody?
Okay. You should be able to see my screen.
Yep. It's thinking.
Is it done thinking?
I think so. Yep,
Can you see my Twitter page?
we can.
Oh, all right.
The selections are on. Who's gonna win?
Well, let's not go there. We'll stay away from there. Before I go to Twitter, let me take you over to Facebook for just a second. This ad that I put up the other day, well, it's really not an ad, it's a post. I keep using the word ad for things that aren't ads, so you need to be careful to know what I'm talking about, but I'm not running ads. But this post that has a picture of me and Doug, not a very good picture either, but believe it or not, it's for the closing magnet, and it's gotten a fair amount of response, and I actually have for those of you who are familiar with what we're talking about, I actually have a business assessment tomorrow set up for someone who clicked on this and went all the way through the process and filled out the questionnaire. So that ad is drawing. And the other ad that's drawing, and I'm going here for a specific reason because I'm going to take you back to Twitter in just a second. But the other ad that is drawing right now is, for just a second. This is my single parenting. This ad is getting some, but that's not the one come on, Facebook, you can do it. There we go. Come on. So that one. That ad's getting some attention right now too. I make money from home. I put up this picture with just a little link. Want to know how? And then the link to the Partner Pro system to the capture page that's associated with that ad. This is I make money from home. Now these ads, this question was asked, and I think everybody on here is in Asante. So, and if you're not, sorry, this is a little diversion, but I saw a question asked recently, yesterday, I think, and the question is, can we use any of the other funnels other than the Silent Soak and the business funnel? And the answer is none of the other funnels have any autoresponders or emails associated with them, but they're all functional. You can use them. You just have to follow up the people yourself. Having said that, like I said, I do have a business assessment tomorrow. So these ads are working. Now, the reason I wanted to point that out to you is I'm going to take us back to Twitter here, and what I'm going to do is going to take us, first off, I'm going to take us on into social jukebox. And again, we're sort of building this up with you as we go. We started a couple of weeks ago with nothing, and we're gradually building this up. So in the last day or so, I added a new jukebox. So now I have 3 jukebox running. I have the free quote jukebox, which has 200 quotes in it. I've been building out the Lens blog jukebox, which now has 10 different blog posts in it. And if you look in this jukebox, all of these posts go directly back to my blog. They don't go to a capture page directly. They go to the blog. And once you're into the blog, you have the ability to go to capture pages and et cetera if you want to. But the third jukebox that, the third jukebox that I'm now implementing and is one that I just called capture pages. And so far, I've only got 3 capture pages in here, and that's okay. I'm going to be building this out. But I am putting these capture pages now out on Twitter. And I just added 2 of them this afternoon, so that's why it says never. They haven't been posted yet. And one of them, this one has been posted. The closing magnet's been posted. And these 2 will post tonight sometime. So those have been added into the jukeboxes, and I'm in the process of building out this jukebox. Now, I'm not going to go into the details. I gave you an example last week of how to do this, and I'm not going to go into the details tonight of how to add a new post into these jukeboxes, but it really is as simple as clicking on add a new post, putting some text in with the link to wherever you want the link to go to, and then adding an image to the post. Now, for most of you, this stuff I think is elementary enough that we don't need to go over it. But if anyone is struggling with any of these stuff, like how to create these images, we can do a special training on that, or just let me know. Send me a message that tells me that you want some more training on how to do these images or how I'm generating this stuff, and we can do it. So we now have 3 jukeboxes running here. Now, Laura, you had a question while we're sitting here in the jukeboxes.
Yes. My question was the visual schedule.
So here's the visual schedule. And you can see now that I've got all 3 jukeboxes in this schedule. The free quote jukebox, my blog, and now these capture pages. So here we are.
Okay. So now at the top, there's, let's see, on mine, are you actually on visual schedule?
Yes, I am. This is visual schedule.
Huh, interesting. Okay. Well, on mine, to the left of show all jukeboxes, I have another green button that says show conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
And when I click show conflicts, it shows me all of the conflicts that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have
now I know where you're headed. Let me sort of jump ahead of you. In principle, if you go to auto schedule and invoke auto schedule, it will resolve the conflicts for you. Okay. Now,
will you show me how to do that?
Yeah, well, we've gone to auto schedule.
Okay.
You tell it, and let me warn you here. I had a little problem with auto schedule today. I think that this may not be working correctly yet, so you might have to mess around with this a little bit. All I can tell you is that I went down through and I clicked on all the days. and I clicked on all the jukeboxes, and I messed around with it a little bit, and I'm going to really say messed around a little bit because I can't tell you exactly what I did, but I did get it to work, and I got it to resolve the conflicts. It's one of these things that I'm not completely sure I know how I did it, and I'm not sure that I can replicate it. And I don't want to sit here and generate conflicts and then try to replicate and try to solve them. So rather than that, maybe what we should do is do a screen share and look at yours, and maybe not even tonight, maybe even offline, and see if we can understand how this auto scheduler works, or if it is working properly.
Okay.
But at any rate, and then I also, to be very honest with you, I also had to go into the visuals, into the individual jukeboxes and change one of them because it had major conflicts. Let me, at the risk of, you know what, I don't want to, I want to play with this a little bit more before I try to demonstrate this, because I'm afraid I'm going to get it into trouble and not be able to get it back out again here while we're live. So I think that I think in the scheduling issue, the schedule here, there are a couple of things going on that, you know, let's look at them individually and see if we can solve it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the other thing that I did is I added my Facebook account. So now that I have a Facebook account added, I also have a jukebox running for Facebook, and I'm using the free 200 quote jukebox, and that's the only one I've got running on Facebook right now. But if you go look at my, my Facebook page, and I know some of you have done this because I've seen the comments. You can see right here, inspiration doesn't respond to blah, blah, blah. This is from Social Jukebox. It was put out 2 hours ago. So some of these quotes, here's one that came out 5 hours ago. So some of these posts are coming out from Social Jukebox directly to Facebook. So I've got that running. So, you know, if anyone's struggling with any of this stuff, setting it up, getting it working, let me know, and let me know what you're struggling with, and we'll try to resolve it together. And if we get to a point where I'm a little bit more confident in how this stuff is working, you know, Social Jukebox is new, and I think that there are still a couple bugs in it. So there's, again, like I said, a couple issues that I'm not sure exactly how they're working myself. Okay. Any questions about Social Jukebox out there? And we're going to go on to Status Brew. So you had a question about Status Brew too, didn't you, Laura?
Yeah, Junie wants to know, are you using the paid version?
Social Jukebox?
Yes.
Yes. Let me take you back there.
Okay.
My settings, my profile.
Oh, Chris knew that. She said yes, Len's the paid version. Sorry, I didn't see that when you wrote that, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Okay. All right. Where is it? Where is it? I'm still fighting my way around Social Jukebox. So the payment info, that's not what we want. We want the account information. My settings.
Yeah.
Hmm? Maybe I have to be back at the Twitter, or maybe I have to be back at the Twitter account. Maybe. Sorry, folks. Again.
Oh, if you go at the top all the way to the right, well, yours is different than mine.
Right.
Mine, if you go all the way to the right,
There
I
we
just
go.
click on review plan options.
Yeah, yes, and this one's different. And I actually had to be in the Twitter account because that's the controlling account. That's why it wasn't coming up.
Oh, gotcha.
But then my settings, review plan options. So here are the plans. Last week I was running the free version and I told you that I was going to upgrade to the paid version. Well, I did that this week. So the paid version, the one I'm using, is the advanced version. So last week I was limited to 2 jukeboxes, so I couldn't do what we're doing tonight, what I showed you tonight. Now I'm running, I've got the 3rd jukebox running, and I've got 2 different accounts running. So I've got the, in the free version, you can only have 1 social account, which means I could have Twitter or Facebook, but not both. Now I can have 3 social accounts. So I can have Twitter and Facebook. And I actually have 2 Twitter accounts, which I haven't added the 2nd Twitter account yet. And then, and you can have up to 10 jukeboxes in this account. So right now, I don't know if the fact that I'm running a jukebox in Facebook counts as a 4th jukebox or not. It probably does. So I guess I'm probably running 4 jukeboxes right now and $12.99 a month. So this is the version that I'm running right now. And I don't see myself needing to go past that version for a very, very long time. This would have to be something pretty spectacular for me to need to go past that. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's go back to status brew. Now this is the one thing that everybody ought to be doing. If you're following us along and working on Twitter, this is the thing you need to be doing every day. And again, this is another one where I have the lowest level paid version. It's like $9 a month. And sources, and we have profiles. And one of the profiles that I put up a couple weeks ago, and I've been using it, is Sendai cards. I also have Adam Chandler's profile. With this version, you can only have, I believe you can only have 2 profiles. So, rather, you can only have 2 sources. So we're going to use the source Sendai cards and use my Len Mooney Twitter account. And here we are.
Hey, Len.
Yes.
Bill just made a comment, he said, no, you can copy jukeboxes and they don't count in your total.
Okay, good. I didn't know that, Bill.
Yeah, because when you were looking at your plan review, it said that you were currently only using 3.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so
fair enough. I wasn't sure.
Okay.
So what we want to do here, and you want to be doing this every day, is if you want to build these accounts up, is you want to be starting with a source account. Right now, I picked Sendai cards for today, and what we want to do is, and I've been playing around with these different. What do all these different things mean? So all followers, these are people that are following Sendai cards, and if I have a filter that I've already set up, which is the followers. It's sorting this since the last active. It's showing only people that I can follow. So, and it's excluding people that I've previously followed. So if there's anyone that I've followed in the past, it won't allow me to follow them again. So it could be somebody that I followed and then unfollowed. And in principle, it won't let me follow them again. And they have a profile image. And so what we do is we select the mode. Actually, we don't have to do anything. It's all selected. And so we just sit here and follow some people. And you should be able to follow a couple hundred people a day. So you just sit here and you can see the counter is updating itself. Now, I'm not going to go too far in right now, but this is the thing you want to do, is sit here and follow people. Now, if they're following, if they're following Sundot Cards, or they're following Adam Chandler, or they're following Jordan Adler, or they're following Brian Finale, or any one of there's lots and lots and lots of different accounts you can play with. And this right now, this is focused more on MLM network marketing than it is on organics. But these are people that are already into network marketing, so they know what it is. And what you're looking for is just like being on Facebook. What you're looking for is following people and looking for the ones who are going to follow you back. And then those are the ones you're going to try to connect with. So you're going to follow 100, 200 people. In principle, you should be able to follow roughly 200 people a day. And I did get my Twitter account shut down last week, and it told me that I was following too aggressively. And then they sent me an apology and told me that was their mistake, that I got caught up in another something, and the email they sent me didn't make any sense. So I chose to sort of ignore it. So I've just been going ahead, and here we go. We follow maybe up to 100 people here, and then we'll just stop for tonight. We're going to follow people, and then we're going to go select my account, Len Mooney, and what we want to do here is we want to unfollow people. So we're going to select fast unfollow, and it's going to show only people that I can unfollow, people that are not following me back, and people that I have not followed in the last 10 days. So the point is, I followed this person 13 days ago. They haven't followed me back. Let's get rid of them. Bingo. Followed her 13 days ago, hasn't followed me back. Let's get rid of her. Okay? So what we want to do is just clean up our account, get rid of all the people that haven't followed us back. So that's what we're doing, is we're cleaning everything up. Okay, we want to do this every day. Spend a few minutes following people and unfollowing people. And you want to be sure, now this is the $10 a month paid version. Under settings, under automate, you want to be sure that you have these welcome messages turned on. So, hey, thanks for the follow. As a token of my appreciation, I'm still sending out my 21st century guide to social media marketing. And I haven't made a decision yet, to be honest, what I'm going to do here, whether I'm going to change this over to one of the Asante giveaways, or I'm going to activate my second Twitter account and turn that into the organics account. So I'm still deciding what I want to do with that. But then that's it. So we got these automated messages going out where if somebody follows us back, they get a message that says, here's a copy of my book. If they click on the message, then of course I've got a lead. If they don't click on it, I still get a message that they followed me back. And then, as Laura was showing you, we can either go to our messages, we go over to Twitter and go to our notifications and our messages, and we can begin to look at people there. Or the other way that I do it is I've been having, what happened? Did I stop sharing?
You might have done that.
It says I'm screen sharing, presenting to everyone. It says I'm still screen sharing.
Yeah, something. There you go. We can see that now.
You can see my email account? Okay. We're running out of time here. It's almost 1:45. Yeah, go away. Leave me alone.
Bill says you need to unfollow the people at 60, then 30, then 20.
Didn't quite follow that, Bill.
You need to unfollow the people.
Let me come back in a minute to that. Because just to give you a quick example here, because it's 5:45 and we're going to have to wrap this up for today. What I've been doing then is going through my email messages. So like Candace, she retweeted my tweet, and we know her. She's in our bloggers group. So let me pass her up. Going to people that I don't know. Carter Thomas, I'm not sure who he is. He liked one of my tweets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go view it. And I want to know, I don't know who he is. There he is. Oh, no, it was Carter Thomas. There he is. Okay. Who's Carter Thomas? So I just go and I can click on him, and I can decide, okay, to live by wrapping vivid detail around every stumbling block in this path. I don't know if he has any value in a world of strangers. Be the strangest. I don't know if he's got any value or not for me in terms of either network marketing and or Asante, but it doesn't hurt for me to go follow him anyhow. If I just as an example, I can go ahead and follow him and see if he follows me back. We'll see what's going on with him, and I can send him a message. Tweet, add or remove from list. No, I guess I can't send him a message because he's not following me. So I could send him a tweet thanking him for liking my tweet today. And that's about it. So what we want to be doing, I'm going to start closing down some of these windows, stopping the share, and see if I can find my way back to the main screen without screwing everything up. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you now. You're done sharing.
Okay. Okay. Bill, what was the comment about it's 60, 30, and 20? I didn't understand the comment, Bill.
You don't see the comment?
I see it. I don't understand it.
Oh. Oh, Bill.
Well, look. Anyhow, I've got to get off and get over to the Asante webinar. So we're gonna wrap this up for today. I hope everybody got value. Give me some feedback. Let me know if this is helping you, and let me know if there's any specific areas that you'd like us to focus in on and get a little bit more in-depth training for you. Okay. Now, as many of you realize, I hope you realize, partially we're learning this ourselves as we go. This is a do it together, learn as you go. We're sharing with you what we're doing, and we are getting results, and hopefully we'll continue to get, and we'll get better and better. So that's all we have for you for tonight. Oh, yes. Okay. Understood, Bill. Understood. Yes. 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 I need to unfollow the oldest ones. Yes. And there's actually a way to order that list so the oldest ones come up first. You're right. I understand. Okay. Very good. Okay. I got to run. Laura, you got anything else to add for today?
No.
Okay.
No, we can pick up next week.
Okay. Got to run. For those of you who want, if you want to join us on the Asante corporate webinar, this is the this is gogreengetpaid.com. Tonight it's gogreengetpaid.com/live. That is the webinar tonight. gogreengetpaid.com live. I know it's confusing because there's the Asante webinar and there's also the Shift Up Team webinar. They both occur at the same time on Tuesday. So anyhow, the one I'm doing is the Asante corporate, gogreengetpaid.com live. And if I don't go, I won't be doing it. So we'll see you all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.